So I was in gangs up until about 44 years old. Can you believe it? In a prison environment. From being with men in the olden days, my era and the era before me and the era after me, not many gangs, so to speak of, more just joining who you like and who you favor more at that stage. As the years went on during the institutionalization, round about the middle 90s, late 90s, moving into the millennium, then different groups from all around the country as gangs, from Manchester Gooch to Pitbull, to other sides of Manchester, Birmingham, the Burgers, the Johnnies, London, North, East, South and West. Right, so they're the age group kind of 10, 15 years underneath me. But nothing could prepare me for the latter stages of my prison career. So we're talking more like 2008 to 2020 before I got released on my last sentence. I was joining nearly all the postcodes, predominantly in London, east, north, south, west. Whoever wanted or was employing me to do things on their behalf, sadly, the latter stages of my prison career, I would be joining. It got so confusing that when they were battling each other, because I liked and loved a lot of them really, it was very hard to be able to choose a side when they all kicked off with each other. To be honest, I used to hide a little bit so that I didn't have to turn up and be on any given side. It's true to say I was still representing West London into those 40s. Many will testify to that. But again, being institutionalized for all those years, I forgot my age. I should have been preaching the good word to those kids. But the new era and the era now, when they come to prison with all the violence that are going on between them all, right? You can't go around preaching the holy gospel and the holy Bible, so to speak, in a good way to advise them. Because at that moment in time, they don't want to listen. All they're thinking about is survival from all the postcode wars that they have with each other. And I'm talking about some real serious violence that's everyday life in those institutions that I witnessed. Some C-Cats, I found that they were more worse and in badder states than the A-Cats. That's the state that it's got to now. But being institutionalized, right up until that age, when I looked around and I was looking for all them lot, Bill, John, Tone, everybody from back in the day, I woke up on the landing one day, there was no one left that I remembered from the early days. And all the youngsters were asking me, do you know my mum, Uncle Yami? Do you know my dad? He said he knows you and he was in, and you know what? It hit home near the end of that sentence. Right, but you know, my heart goes out, and when you're going to spend long periods in custody, you don't grow up, you don't mature, you still think you're the age as when you first went in. I thank God that I got out and I got a chance to make amends and pass on my experiences, because why, outside now, I can pass on all those years of experience to the youth and give them the right message that in the end, crime don't pay. And it won't last forever. And the longer periods you spend in those institutions, the worse mentally, physically, spiritually, it's going to be for you. See you all soon. I'll be up going live in a little bit.